Feathered by Laura Kisischke. I read this book in matter of 4 days. It's only 250 pages long, which is convenient if you just want to have a quick read. However, I do not recommend you read this book. First off, it starts off as a rather cliche book. It's about these 3 teenagers that take a trip to Cancun, and stranger danger is the motto that this book goes by. They take a car ride with a stranger, and their worst nightmare becomes realized. One of them goes missing, and the story is about how you find that missing person. However, the story is very difficult to follow. The chapters, they are structured as the 2 main characters' point of views. So you get Anne's point of view, then Michelle's point of view, then Anne's point of view again. And it becomes very difficult to keep track of who's talking and where they are and what exactly is happening, because both of them have conflicting ideas about scenarios, and it just leaves you wondering, like, what did I just read? At the very end, it has a huge cliffhanger, and naturally, you want to know what happened to the missing girl. It never tells you what happened. It only takes you up to the point where they find her, and she's like, "Oh, I remember you. You're my mother," because she has suffered a lot of trauma. However, it never really goes about who did the trauma to her, what happened to her. And I looked it up. There is no second book to this. You're just left with that lingering thought of, what did I just read? Like, did I waste 4 days of my life reading this book? Yes, I did. And I lost precious hours of sleep because I was reading this up until 1 a.m. trying to finish it in order to see what happened. Because it's a very thrilling book. It's filled with action and a lot of Mayan lore that gets mixed up with the modern day and age, making it even more difficult to understand, because you have the Quetzalcoatl god, who kind of appears in the book as a spirit, but is never doing anything to any of the characters, and it becomes a mess. You can't keep track of what's happening, you can't keep track of who's doing what, and it doesn't wrap it up in a nice, neat little bow. It's just bleh. The first 200 pages were promising. The last 50 pages just destroyed the whole build-up of the book. And it's very disappointing to not know what happened. It truly is. So if you do not want to be frustrated, do not pick up this book on your next visit to the library. Unless you're really into Mayan lore, in which case, go for it. It's your choice.